Okay, so we're going to start with some pranayama. Sitting with your legs crossed, with the right leg in first, and then the left leg wrapped around. Today we're going to do a practice that is called Udiya breath. And I'm going to show you first how to do it before we close our eyes and start. Udiya breath is a very relaxing breath. It especially stimulates the throat chakra. What we do when we do it is we breathe through the nose the whole time, in and out. So the mouth is shut. As we breathe through the nose and the air passes in the throat, we try to contract the throat muscles in such a way that it makes it harder for the air to pass through. It's like you're trying to bring the front of the throat and the back of the throat slightly closer together. Still let the air pass though. We don't want you to pass out, so make sure you keep breathing. And as you do that, you will normally hear a sound at your throat. So I'm going to do it now. I'm going to try to do it because I have a head cold right now. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to do it, but I'm going to do my best and I'm going to try. Okay. So this is the Udiya breath. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do it so that you know what it sounds like, so that you can understand better what to do. I don't know if you were able to hear it, but basically it sounds like almost the beginning of a snore, and it has very much got the same sound as the waves of the ocean. So now we're going to start the practice. So if you'd like to bring your belly slightly forward, your chest is up and your shoulders are down. The back is as straight as you can have it. And then the shoulders nice and relaxed, chin is tucked in. Here we're dynamic, but we don't try to force this. Try to remain comfortable. And then closing your eyes and taking a nice long deep breath in and out to begin with. And then remaining with your breath as normal to start. Letting go of the thoughts and focusing your awareness to your throat. Simply noticing the sensations of the air as it passes through there at your throat. Now we're going to be starting the practice, so make sure to close your mouth as much as you can, if you can, and then only breathing through your nose. And then as you breathe in and out, you keep breathing in and out throughout until I ask you to have a break. We'll do it twice, so we'll have a break in between. So starting now, as you breathe in, starting with the breath, contracting the throat muscles so that they join together a bit tighter and letting the air pass slower than it normally does, and making a similar sound to the sound of the waves as you do so. Carrying on. Carrying on, and don't worry if at times you feel like your throat is tickling, or if you want to cough, cough, or if you find that the noises, your voice, or the sound rather, is cracking. It's all normal. Because as we're doing this practice, we are cleansing the throat chakra. And as we are cleansing the throat chakra, sometimes it can trigger for us to cough. That's the blocks coming away from the throat chakra. And going back to your normal breath, just for a moment, relaxing here, noticing how you are feeling. This is a practice that is generally deeply relaxing, especially that it lengthens the breath. It makes us take longer to breathe in and out. Stretching the breath like this helps us to release the tension that we have on the breath. All the muscles that are on the passage of the breath will relax deeper as you are doing this practice and lengthening the breath. And at the same time, obviously, there is a stimulation of the throat chakra that is deeply healing and can be experienced also as deeply relaxing. The throat chakra is the element of ether. It is space, it is the vastness within us, it is the universe within us. So as we do this practice, little by little, we may feel freer, less confined, less defined, more ourselves and more free to be ourselves and happier altogether. And now we're going to start again one more time. This is the second and last time that we're going to do it today. Breathing in and out as with the Udiya breath, bringing the muscles of the throat closer together. If you're not sure you're doing this right, just play around a little bit with your throat muscles until you find the right way. You will feel it. It will feel soothing and soft, and at the same time, powerful and strong. And going back to your normal breath and relaxing here for a moment again, noticing how you are feeling within yourself. If you may feel a difference now compared with when you first sat down. And you can take a nice long deep breath in and out to finish, and then opening your eyes. Great. Now we're going to start the warm up. We're going to start with the wrist, so hands together, and then rolling your hands round and round like this together as they are interlaced. Your elbows can be quite close to the body, and make sure your shoulders are relaxed. And going the other way around, and sometimes it takes a little bit of thinking about to do this. But then finding the other way around and rolling the other way around. Great. Now the shoulders. So putting the hands on the shoulders and then drawing circles with the elbows, going as close together at the front as possible, as far back away from each other as possible at the back, and drawing the circles like this. If there's too much pressure on the shoulders, you can also just do rolling the shoulders like this. And then drawing the circles the other way around now. So if you're going up from the front, down at the back, now you're going up at the back, down at the front. And relax. Next, we're going to stretch the legs out in front of us. And we're going to give a nice stretch to our calves. To do this, we need to bring the feet, our toes, towards our body. So the body, the upper body is nice and straight. The pelvis is slightly forward. And we've got the legs straight like this. The toes are there, flexing towards us. If we can, then we bend forward over our legs. Reach as far down as possible, your shins, your ankles, or if you can, then reaching your toes. If you can reach your toes, then pulling on your toes to bring them closer to your chest even more. Really giving that strong stretch to your calves and to your tendons at the back of the heels. Resting here as you keep stretching. This is a dynamic pose. We're not just resting. We are really aiming to stretch those calves as much as possible. Now, coming away from the stretch, we're going to cross the legs again. We're going to draw circles with the navel. I'm going to try to put myself maybe at an angle like this so you can see a bit better what's happening. So, as I've got my front here and my back there, my both of my sides here, my navel is going to move and shift in a circle through each of the sides, front, side, back, side, front again. The shoulders stay above the hips. I push my navel forward towards the front, and then it goes diagonally to the front on the right, going to the back diagonally, to the back, straight back, and then to the side on the left, and then diagonally there and to the front. My shoulders are more or less staying above my hips. So it's really mostly my navel moving. And for my navel to move, my pelvis keeps shifting from the front to the back and on the sides, but both buttocks are staying on the floor and keeping on drawing the circles like this. Keeping on going. I keep on saying this all the time, but this is amazing. It is amazing to build up the energy at the bottom of the spine to wake us up. If we are not in the evening like now, we could go faster and build up even more energy. We can actually go quite fast with this, but not tonight. If you are doing this in the evening, go slowly. It's also really good to help with digestion. So if we have sluggish digestion, this can put the fire back in it. It can be really great to loosen the muscles in the lower back as well. Now we're going to go around the other way around. So whichever way you were going around, if it was clockwise, you go anti-clockwise. If it was anti-clockwise, now go clockwise. Just have a little think about it if you need to, and then simply go the other way around. But don't worry too much over this. Keep going round, letting that pelvis shift to allow for the navel to go round in circles. And by the way, this really helps if you want to do belly dancing or impressing your friends on the dance floor. And relax. Like this, I actually nearly got a friend of mine to join my yoga class because she was so impressed by my dance moves because of that. So just bear that in mind. Okay, right. Now we're going to do the spine flex. So now we're warming up the whole spine. To do that, we are bringing the pelvis forward, chest out, and the chin back as we breathe in. And then we shift to the opposite pose as we breathe out, which is to bring the chin in, the chest in, and the belly in. We are rounding the back. It is similar. It is the same as the cat and cow when we are on all four, but instead we're doing it seated. Rounding the back like an angry cat, and then going like the cow with a round back. Oh, sorry, not round, curve, arch, and keeping on going like this with the breath. Breathing in, we are opening to the universe. Breathing out, we are tuning into ourselves, closing in ourselves, finding comfort within ourselves. I love this practice. If you do it first thing in the morning, again, you can speed up your breath and you can move faster. But again, we don't want to do that at this time of the day because it's night now here. And relax. Right. Now we're going to go and stand. And for the first pose, first you can give your legs a stretch because we've been sitting for a while. Let me move this up a little bit. Okay. So we're going to do balancing on a 1 foot pose. To do this, we start with 1 foot under each hip. Then we're going to be shifting, first of all, pelvis tilted back, belly in and chest up, shoulders down, belly muscles nice and strong to support your spine. Then we shift our weight to our right leg. Here we can slightly bend the knee, but not too much. Do not hyperextend the knee. Then we lift the heel of the left foot. We turn the knee out. As we turn the knee out, we do not go with our hip together with the knee. Instead, we stay nice and straight with the hip and the knee out. For me, this is as far as I can go. Shoulders are facing the front as well. Here then, we start to bring the foot to our straight leg. We need to keep both hips level. So we don't lift this hip to compensate, but we don't, whoop, sorry, we don't drop it down so that we just get weaker on that side. Instead, we stay nice and level. And I'm going to try and balance tonight. Okay, so the heel is lifted, the knee is out. We bring the foot to the leg. Then here, this could be enough for you to focus on balancing, keeping that leg strong. This is where your weight is mostly. And then here, otherwise, you can decide that you're bringing your foot up your leg. So you can bring it here to the side of your calf, to the side of your shin, or you can bring it up just below the knee. Make sure not to put it on the knee, because if you put it on the knee, you're going to push your knee in that direction, and that is not good. If you wish, I can't always do it. You can put it above the knee here on the inside of the thigh. And then with the arms, no, that's not going to happen tonight. Okay, so you can put it there if you wish. And then with the arms, as you are holding your foot up and your pelvis is nice and balanced, you then can open your arms out to the sides. You can do the Gyan Mudra, which is the okay sign, like this, on either side. Or if you want, you can put your arms up, prayer at the top. You can see it on the screen. So as you have your leg to the side, your hips are level, your arms are up, but the shoulders are relaxed. Or you can also keep your arms at your waist. So if you would like to stand, pelvis tilted, back belly, chest up, shoulders down. One foot under each hip, starting to shift your whole weight onto your right leg. Lifting your heel up on your left, turning your knee out, making sure not to take the hip with you. Your hips are still facing the front. Bringing the foot to your side, and then bringing the foot up the leg, finding your balance and deciding wherever it is you want to lodge the foot, and also how you want to put your arms. That is really good. Yoga is an inner journey. It is your personal journey. As you could see tonight, I was wobbling myself. You can have good days and bad days with this. It depends on your health. It depends on your mental status, on how you're feeling in your mind, and how stable you are feeling in your mind. Today, I'm not that well, so I am struggling a bit with the balancing. So it is really understanding that from each practice to the other, you might be a different person, and also from one side to the other. At any time, you can take a break if you wish. You don't need to wait until I tell you to come out of the pose, but you can come out now and rest. Well done. Okay, when you're resting from a standing pose, you can shift your body from side to side. You can move your legs as well. It helps to remove any stiffness, any tension. And now we're going to do the other side. So same thing, one foot under each hip, bringing your whole weight onto your left leg, knowing that the pelvis is back, belly muscles are in and chest is up, shoulders are down. Here, my heel is coming up on the right foot, and I turn the knee out. My hips are at the front still. And then I bring my foot close to my standing leg. Here I can decide which level I want it. I showed you the different levels with the other leg. And then you can decide what you want to do with your arms. It could be that you go like this or at your waist, or you bring your arms up in a prayer. So your hands are together like this at the top above you, and your shoulders are nice and relaxed. That is perfect. Try to bring that right hip down a little bit. Better. Again, staying for as long as you wish. Remember to remain comfortable. You can stop at any time if you wish. Take a break and go back to it. If you keep falling and losing balance, that's completely fine, because as you do it, you're keeping on practicing and building up the muscles that will allow you to hold longer next time. And you can come out of it and relax. Great. Okay. Next, we're going to do warrior two. To do warrior two, first you need to not have a cat on the mat. So we need to move the cat, who doesn't quite understand why, since it's so comfortable for him. Okay, here. I'm showing you on his side, but you're going to do it with the right leg first. This is going to be a challenge, right? Okay, but I'm going to do the best that I can to show you with the cat there. So you're kicking your foot back. So you're kicking your right leg back. Your hips turn to the right. So your hips, your chest, and your shoulders are facing the right. The knee at the front stays strong, so it doesn't turn with me. It stays nice and facing the front. As I'm here, goodness me, you'll challenge you today. As I am here, I notice my front heel in a straight line needs to arrive in the middle of your back foot here. Then as you are here, like I said, hips are facing the right side. Here, you bring the arms up, but you leave the shoulders down. So I am not up like this. My shoulders are nice and down. And then here, my front knee, I bend it, but I do not go beyond my ankle. If you see my knee and my ankle in a straight line at the same level. And then here, if I want to go deeper, I bring my foot forward and then I go deeper. My weight goes straight to the middle between my feet. So as I am here, I am not leaning forward and I'm not leaning back, but nice and straight. And here then you look over, turn your head to look over the hand at the front. I just need to show you one more thing. As you are like this and turning to the side and your arms are out, your pelvis is slightly back. So I am not pointing my bottom up like this and then trying to bring my chest back and then having a bend here. We don't want that arched. We want it straight. So instead, I tilt my pelvis back and I bring my shoulders just above my hips. Okay? So make sure that that is straight as well. So I'm not leaning forward or back, but I'm not leaning to the left or to the right. Okay? So when you're ready, stand at the front of your mat, kicking your right leg back, and then looking and making sure that your back foot is about 45-degree angle. So it's not facing the right and it's not facing the front. Pelvis is slightly back, chest is up, shoulders are above the hips. Yeah. Then opening the arms out. And then bending the knee at the front, making sure that knee doesn't go beyond your ankle. And then looking over your hand at the front. Nice. That's it. You've got it. Belly muscles nice and tight. Again, only hold for as long as you can. If at any time you want to take a break, you can come out of the pose. And to come out of it now, bringing the arms back down, coming up and stepping forward. You can step forward, in one go, or you can step forward in several goes if you want, if it's too far. Then moving, shifting if you wish, you can bend forward, you can stretch your back if you want. And then we're going to do it on the other side. So standing in front of your mat again, this time you're going to step your left foot back as far as you can go. Your left foot is at a 45-degree angle or thereabout. Your front foot is straight forward. And then hips are facing the left side, and the chest and the shoulders are facing the left side, opening the arms out, bending the knee at the front, keeping that knee nice and straight, turning your head to face the hand at the front. Perfect. Make sure that pelvis is tilted back so that your back is not curved. We don't want an arched back. Perfect. Relaxing those shoulders down. Yeah, that's it. Again, you only stay as long as you're comfortable. At any time, you can come out of the pose and step forward again. Okay, you can bring the arms down and then step forward. Perfect. Now we're going to go down on the mat and we're going to do a low lunge. Starting on all four, one knee under each hip, one hand under each shoulder. And then here, you can put your right hand aside, bringing your right foot forward. And it could be that you need to do it in several times. Bring it as far forward as you can and make sure it's just about between your right knee and your left one that's on the floor, that there is a gap of just about the width of your hips. And then here, you're going to put your hands on either side. So your right hand is on the outside of your right foot. Your left hand is on the outside of the line that you would draw with your left knee if you were trying to bring your knee close to your right foot, so that you have got almost one hand under each shoulder, just slightly out. Here, your left leg, your knee and your ankle are straight in a straight line. Your toes are flat down. And then here you lean forward to open the area between the groin on the left side, chest up and looking up. And here holding like this for as long as you can and staying in this pose. That's it. Stepping forward, hands on the other side of the right foot and on the other side of the left knee, but at the front, if that makes sense. Level of the left knee a bit outside. Leaning forward, pushing those hips forward at an angle. It's like they're going diagonally towards the floor. Keeping your chest up, lifting your head, and resting here. Or resting, rather, holding here. But trying to relax. Coming back onto all fours on the mat. And next, we're going to do the other side. So this time, again, starting on all fours, one knee under each hip, one hand under each shoulder. This time, bringing the left foot forward as far as you can. And then here, one hand on the left, on the outside of the left foot, one hand on the right side, almost at the edge of your mat. And then leaning forward, hips pushing forward, and chest up. It could be that you're resting on the tip of your fingers, or on your hands. It depends on your height and the length of your arms. Make sure as you are here that you're pushing your hips straight so they are not going sideways, but they're staying nice and straight. Try push those hips forward a bit more if you can, and keeping that chest nice and up. Yeah, that's it. Staying there for as long as comfortable. You can at any time take a break, come away from the pose and go back into it. Great, you can come out of it now. Next, we're going to lie down on our back. As we lie down on the back, bring the pelvis up, bring it back down to settle the pelvis nicely. Here, now, we're going to do the butterfly. So we bring the feet as close to the bottom as possible. The soles of the feet touch together and the knees are opening out and resting like this. There shouldn't be a gap under your lower back. So really bring the pubic bone up towards your navel. Tighten the belly muscles and relax that back as close to the floor as you can. Arms are slightly away from the body, palms are facing up. And you can relax your whole upper body like this now. And resting. Gravity might make your legs go lower and lower as you are holding that stretch. You can let it happen for as long as you're comfortable to do so. Now bringing the knees back up together. You can help yourself with your hands. Feet coming away from each other and dropping the knees in. Great. Now you can lie down in Savasana. So that means lying down on your back. Feet are slightly apart from each other. Arms are slightly away from the body. Palms are facing up. If you want, you can get a pillow, a cushion, a cover, a jumper, anything to keep you warm and comfortable. And then you can close your eyes and take a nice long deep breath in and out to begin. We've come to the end of the session. This is the relaxation part of it, so you can really let go of every tension from every muscle. From the tip of the toes to the top of the head, letting go. I am going to put an emphasis in the meditation practices for a while to come on letting go of the thoughts so that we can relax. Thoughts have an effect on the body. They express themselves on the body as sensations. And then if those thoughts keep coming, those sensations keep rooting themselves into the body, which can create imbalances, aches, and pains. So today we're going to relax and to let go of the thoughts so that we can heal not only the mind, but the body as well. So I'm inviting you to imagine in the middle of your forehead a white dot of light. It can be as big as a 2 pound coin. Simply white light in the middle of your forehead at your third eye chakra, your Ajna chakra. And for the whole time of this practice, we're simply going to notice this light. And whenever you find yourself distracted by other thoughts, when you notice, then bringing your mind back, bringing your awareness back to this white dot of light in the middle of your forehead, and continuing to notice how it glows softly and warmly there. As you continue to focus on this beautiful white light, you are emptying your mind because all that matters now is this white light. There is nothing else that needs to be in your mind right now but this white light. No other thought. And the softness of this light here at your third eye, in the middle of your forehead, can spread its softness and its beauty through your whole being, little by little. As if this light was made of warm honey spreading through. And as it spreads, healing you and relaxing you, slowly by slowly letting it spread all the way down to the tip of your toes, through your whole body, from your forehead, through your head, through your shoulders and your neck, your arms, letting it spread through your chest and your belly and your back, through your pelvis and your legs, all the way down to the tip of your toes. Letting go of the thoughts, bringing your awareness back to the white light, and letting it relax you and soothe you. You can even send it if you wish to certain places in you that you know you want to feel softer there or more comfortable, where you may have pain, illness, or stress or tension. This white light you can connect to it anytime you wish. It is there in the middle of your forehead, and it can spread through you again, or it can remain in you even. And now I'm inviting you to come away from this meditation practice, to bring your mind back to the space where you are, to take a nice long deep breath in and out, to finish. And you can start to wake your body up again, starting with the wiggling of the toes and the fingers, then moving the hands and the feet, the legs, the arms. You can stretch your body if you wish. When you will be ready to come back up, lie down onto your left side first and stay there for a few breaths, breathing in and out a few times. That allows you to wake up again. It stimulates the fire back into you, ever so slightly. And then whenever you're ready, you can come back up to sit. I apologize for this session. I've not been well, so there's been some ups and downs, but thank you for joining.